She's known for her excellent skills in connecting with people. She was listed in the 40 Under 40 honoree by Boston Business Journal in the year 2009. With over 18 years experience, of which 13 years were in CA Technologies, where she managed their application performance management portfolio, she's made a distinct mark for herself in the software industry. A leader with a difference. Please join me in welcoming Anjali Arora, Vice President of Development at Allscripts. Hello Anjali and welcome to the show.
Hi Priyanka, very nice to meet you.
Thank you. Anjali, you've been handling the leadership role in a very efficient manner. Tell me the secret behind your success in the IT industry and your leadership skills.
I think it's threefold when I look at it. I think the first thing is what I call my passion. My passion has always been people. Right. So that is what I'm passionate about. What makes a person tick? How do I get inside their mind to figure out what they want and then get them to do the things they want the best that they want to do, which means it's a lot of focus on the person, right? And when you multiply it by the team, it's on the people. The second, I think in terms of leadership, is the technology background. So my training was all in software engineering. So when you add the technology to the people, it kind of defines the leadership, because that's what I am. I'm a technical leader. So I try to take my technology skills and my passion for people and apply it. And I think that's what's helped me grow to what I am today.
We hear from our on-site team that you know the name of every team member despite the teams being distributed geographically. So what is the secret behind that?
I think it's the same thing. It's the passion for people. So for me, wherever I'm working, the most important thing for me is the people. So if you look at we are in the software industry, right? Infosys is in the software industry, Allscripts is in the software industry. Right. Our major resource is not the hardware or the software or the buildings that we have. Our major resource is the brain power. Right. And the brain belongs to the people who work for the company. So to me, my primary focus ever since I entered management has been the people. If I give them the attention they need, they are going to perform the best to their ability. And it starts with knowing their name. And then it goes on to knowing about their family, what they want to do, what their passion is, and where they want to go in their career. And if you add all that together, you have a recipe for success.
Speaking about diversity, how do you think diversity helps bring in innovation or help nurture it?
So diversity, you can talk about diversity in many ways, right? When some people talk about diversity, they are talking about different cultures and different races, right? A lot of times when I talk about diversity, I'm talking about women. I'm talking about technical women and bringing in more technical women and women in leadership roles in the industry. In the US, there are not that many technical women. It's becoming a scarce commodity. And as you go up in the hierarchy, the women become less and less. More often than not, I am the only woman at a table of 10 or 12 men, which is very sad. Actually, the example today at Infosys was the same. I think I was the only woman at the table, right? So when I think about diversity, it is the ability of the different ways people think, different genders think different ways, and they bring a different perspective, and that just enriches the conversation a lot more.
Right. You've had more than 18 years of experience in the industry, and you've been very successful in the software or IT industry. So how do you define success, and how do you define a successful team?
To me, a successful team is a team that hums. You know, when you have a piece of machinery which hums, and it's not a loud noise, it just hums, it just performs, it understands each other. To me, that's a team that works well. They understand each other, they collaborate with each other, they know what's wrong without somebody having to say. That is a successful team, and then they execute to deliver what they have to deliver with quality and within the time that they said they are going to deliver it. Right. And if they can do that consistently, that's success.
Right. How do you balance such a demanding work life with your family? How do you balance the two?
Great husband, great kids. It's jokes aside. I mean, that is important. My husband is absolutely fantastic. He was my college sweetheart. He's always been very supportive of me in whatever I have wanted to do in life. Never held me back. My kids are very supportive. I disappear for 11 days, 12 days, and they fend for themselves. Right. But I think for the women, it comes down to choices. We hold the choices in our hand of what we want to be and what things we want to do and we don't want to do. And you can get the support of your partner if you are clear about what you want.
Right. Is there any particular incident in your life which you hold as, a valuable lesson in life? Would you like to share that with us?
I don't know. One lesson, and it's not really a lesson. This was something that has always stayed with me. As I was growing in my career, I was very focused on my career. I had kids, I had a husband, but I was spending obscene amount of times working, 18-hour, 20-hour days, 7 days a week, right? And I was very focused on my career, and I was not forgetting my family, but I guess I was consciously making a choice not to focus on them. One of the managers I worked for, he was a vice president at that time, and I was a director. He told me something, and it has stayed with me, and it became my mantra after that. Right. He told me, your family always has to come first. At whatever position you are, wherever you are in life, and you have to remember your employee's family has to come first, because we don't live to work, we work to live. And you can change your job, you cannot change your family. And your family will be there in any circumstance, your job will not be there in any circumstance. That was a lesson I learned probably 8 or 9 years back. It stayed with me, and I have made it my mantra. And whenever I talk to my employee, if an employee comes to me and says, I have this problem with my kid, my answer is go. Your family is the most important thing, and same thing, my family is the most important. I work for my family. The work is not more important than my family. So it's not an instance, but I think it redefined me and it redefined my management style.
Right. Before we end this interview, one last question. What advice would you give to Infosys, who want to succeed in a leadership role?
Be honest, be yourself. Don't get into a place where you try to become what the world wants you to become. To be a leader, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in who you are. You have to be truthful, and you don't play the politics.
Right.
And if you do that, you will be much more successful than you will be if you play the political game and you are not honest with yourself and the rest of the world.
Right. Anjali, you've been juggling so many roles at the same time, and you've been doing an excellent job with that. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, and we hope to have you here again soon.
Thank you, Priyanka.
Thank you. Thank you, viewers, for watching our show. Stay tuned to InfyTV.